What is up, guys? Marco Colbert, Speedokote Refinish Network. All right, so I have been getting bombarded lately. My last video kind of blew up. I've been having a lot of people ask me, "Hey, Marco, how much does it actually cost to paint my car?" And I've had a lot of people also ask me, "What is my setup as a professional?" If you just want to find out how much it's going to cost to paint your car, scroll ahead in the video. I'm going to have a minute marker in the description as far as when I start talking about how much it's going to cost to paint your own car. If you guys want to watch the whole video, keep watching. I'm going to go over everything right now. So as a professional, the first thing you need to worry about is air. You need a lot of it, and you need clean air. Lucky for you guys, I'm cheap. Somewhat. This air compressor pre-pandemic and also pre-2020, I'll leave it at that. I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of comments and say, we're not going to talk about that in this video. Pre-2020, you can get you one of these bad boys from Lowe's for $580 plus tax and delivery. I got this thing for like $650 delivered and taxes paid and all that. So this bad boy, like I said, this is a 60 gallon. I think it puts out, it's a 13 CFM. Plenty of air just to use your spray gun. I have done over 20 to 30 full body resprays with this compressor. It never runs out of air. Now it will run. If you're spraying a full car, this thing will get working and it will run for a little bit, but I never run out of air. So now we're going to move on to the next domino in the set. We got our air filtration system here. This is a 4-stage air filtration system. This is usually what they have at the body shops. Usually at the body shops, they also have the air filtration, air refrigeration system, which takes all of the moisture out of the air. I don't have one of those yet. So the cheapest way for a professional guy / DIY guy, if you don't want to spend a couple $1,000s on an air refrigeration system, get you a good old desiccant air. It's a air dryer system. This is Aero air technology, dry air technology filter. These are actually on Amazon. I know this looks really expensive. This looks like one of the $1,000 air filtration system you see in the buy shop. I got it for $380, and I think they're still below 500, so not bad. Now, let's talk about spray guns. By the way, we still got plenty of inventory for anybody who wants the Mark I Refinish Products spray gun. A lot of you guys ask what type of spray guns I use. Now, this is the next component. So remember, we got air, we got clean air, we got our air filtration system, air lines, and our spray gun is the next domino in the set. So these are the spray guns I use, guys. I've been using my own brand of spray guns for almost 2 years now and never had any issues at all, and actually never had to rebuild any of my guns. These are quality, economical options to extremely expensive guns. These are just what I use, and I love them to death. The last step in the equation, got to use quality paint. I've been using Speedokote for over 10 years now. Primers, body fillers, clearers, all that stuff, and I've been getting tip-top results every time. I think the only other thing we're going to point out, and I see a lot of DIY guys that honestly are literally turning their garages into gas chambers, and you guys are seriously, you're risking it. Get one spark in your garage, you're done. Your garage is going to explode. And on top of that, the health side effects and stuff like that of being around that concentration of paint fumes, even if you got a respirator on, it's getting in your skin, not good for it. So I, after the years, got this massive 60-inch fan. This is the fan I use to help move the fumes out of my shop. Yes, I'm using booth filter. I'm not just blowing overspray into the atmosphere. It's not really legal to do. I just kind of keep it bunched up on the floor. That's EPA approved booth filter. So that's exactly what if the EPA stopped by our body shop, that's what they're going to want to see. If you got a spray booth or if you have an exhaust wall, which basically that is basically a wall, exhaust wall, they're going to want to see filter like that. That is the fan I use. You guys can use something as small as like a 36-inch fan, like a 42-inch fan. You guys can get smaller ones that are cheaper. I mean, that thing was, things like almost $1,000 brand new. For those of you guys that want to ventilate your shop really well while you're painting, you can go to Harbor Freight, get 2 of the little 24-inch fans. You used to be able to get them things for $99, man. They used to be really cheap. You get 2 of them. Put them, prop your garage door up, and then put them both at the bottom of the door. and that'll really help move those fumes out of your garage. Blue poly-coated masking tape, got the paper tree. I've had the paper tree for like 3 years. Guys, if you don't have a paper tree, just give it up, honestly. This thing, literally, if you have to have a paper tree if you're doing auto body and paint work. This thing has saved me literally hundreds of hours taping up cars. If I was one of those stubborn guys that still was, they had the roll of paper and they're rolling it out and then they're putting the tape on it, putting the tape on it, little by little, and then guys, I would literally be wasting hundreds of hours of my time not doing it. Moral of the story is, get a paper tree. We're gonna flip the script. We're gonna talk about how much money it would actually cost you if you wanted to buy everything you needed. You're gonna paint your car yourself instead of taking it to that body shop that's trying to rip you off and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what you're gonna put out to paint your own car at the bare minimum. Now, the funny thing is, I've had this compressor ever since I moved into this shop. This is the McGraw 21 gallon. I was painting full cars with this compressor. Now, the trick with this compressor is when you're spraying full cars with it, you have to use slow acting materials, slow clear, slow reducer, because you're going to have to stop. You can spray one side of the car at a time, then you're gonna have to stop for about 2 to 3 minutes, let the compressor fill back up. If you use like a medium or a fast dry reducer or clear, you will have a boatload of dry spots. So if you are going to spray a whole car with a small compressor, that's fine. It's very doable. I've done it many times, but you got to use slow reducers and activators. That right now at the Harbor Freight run you about $250. Paper tree and all the masking paper and tape that you need, that right there is about $150. Now, if you've never painted a car before, you're already fighting an uphill battle. You're doing something you've never done before. You at the bare minimum are going to want to get at least a somewhat decent quality spray gun. Get a spray gun that is going to work with you, not against you. Whether you guys decide to buy one for me or whether you guys decide, hey, I'm going to go on Amazon and buy a Iwata W400 or maybe buy a used SATA, you're going to spend anywhere from, $150 to $350 for something decent. I sell the Mark I Eco Kit. That's a really high quality spray gun, light up digital regulator with air fittings. Guys, out of the box, ready to spray. I saw that for $189. Shipped to your door for free. Really, really good deal. So we're at $189 for a spray gun, let's just say $200 for a spray gun for a decent quality one. $150 for the paper tree, including the paper and the tape and all that good stuff. $250 for the air compressor, which I actually use this for my mobile auto body business now. So just between the air compressor and the paper tree, that's $400 right there, just between those two. We're not even talking a spray gun yet. Add in the $200 for the spray gun, that's $600. Now let's talk some paint. The base coat is going to run you about $100 to $150 a gallon, so that's let's just say $750 at the worst case scenario. Let's add in some clear. Well, the cheapest clear we sell is $65 a kit. So and then we have a mid-grade kits around $100. We'll just say, let's just say you want to go a mid-grade clear. You're going to be at about $850 now. You're going to need you some microfiber cloth. So let's just say $25. So we're at about $875. I almost forgot primer and body filler. The SS2790G, that's $100 right there. So what are we at now? I think we're about $975. I need to get you an air line for that air compressor. Probably gonna want about a 50-foot. That way you can run around the car and all that stuff. That'll run you about $50 for a really nice one. If you want one that's not gonna kink every 10 seconds. And you're gonna want to get one of these attached on the bottom of your spray gun. Those just basically help. Obviously, doing such a small air compressor setup, you cannot put a big filter on a small air compressor because it will bog down your air like crazy. I tried to use one of the little eBay, like the little mini 3-stage air filtration system. Figured it, nope, didn't work. I literally had no air pressure. It bogged down my air so bad. The ones that attach to the spray gun, those are the only ones I found that actually work with such a small air compressor. So yeah, those run about, let's just say about $10. You can get two of them, about $10. All right, so we're at, I think, like $1,010. Now, by the time we add in sandpaper so you can sand your car, a sander, the little foam pads that I use so you can go around all your edges real nice and everything like that, You know, guys, we're at about $1,100 if you want to paint your own car. This is why the guys at the body shops, we give you guys the stink eye when you say you want to get your car painted for $500. Well, you can't even buy what you need to paint your own car for that. You can't even do it for even the people that are somewhat reasonable. Say, oh, well, I want my car painted for $800 to $1,000. Well, you're kind of getting there for a really cheap paint job. You still can't do it for that. Guys, these are just the things offhand. There's probably a million other small little things I'm forgetting. You know, if you don't have a garage at your house, you're going to have to spend another $100 to get one of the little Harbor Freight, little canopy enclosure things, or you have to get a tarp so you can lay a tarp out on the ground so you can pull your car on there. That way you guys have somewhat of a clean platform to spray on. You're not just spraying in the dirt. So all in all, I mean, to paint your own car, you're looking at between $1,000 and I'd say the worst case scenario, like $1,400 for all the tools, paint, body filler, spray gun, all that other stuff. And look, you can go cheaper in some areas. Some of you guys might be able to find a used air compressor on Craigslist for $100 and save $150 on air compressor. Some of you guys might be able to buy a $10 spray gun and get a decent result, not a halfway decent result, whatever. So you might be able to save a little money there. Some of you guys might make me scratch my head and, take the newspaper that you've collected for the last 12 months and newspaper your car versus buying a paper tree and buying professional blue poly-coated paper so the solvents don't seep through your paper and ruin whatever's underneath of it. There is corners you can cut. There's ways you can save money, but I'm just giving you guys a general rundown. If you want to paint your car, I've listed all the materials you need. Bare bones, like I said, you're talking around between $1,000 and $1,400. That's what you're going to spend for the supplies you need and the tools you need to paint your own car at your house. So I hope this clears everything up for you guys. I hope I cleared up a lot of confusion because, like I said, I've been you guys have been, and some of you guys don't know, it's fine, but I've just been having people email me all the time. Hey, can you paint my car for this? Guys, no. And it's some of it's my fault, guys. I've been posting the $100 paint job videos and all that stuff. And guys, that's just material cost. That is material cost. If you already have all of these tools and whatnot behind me, hey, I already paint a couple cars a year. I'm a DIY weekend warrior. Okay, I already got all the stuff. I just need to buy the paint. That's what you're going to spend. When I put $100, $200, $300 paint job, that is what I'm talking about. No, you cannot buy everything you need to paint your car by yourself for $300. It's not going to happen. And no, nobody out here, is going to paint your car for that amount of money. Everybody's been talking about Mako as well and threads and stuff like that in the comments. Even Mako, guys, even Mako is not doing super cheap paint jobs anymore. Even Mako, to prep your car, if you got a couple dings and dents, to prep it, primer seal it, cheap single stage paint, even they're charging $800 to $1,000, $1,200 now. The cheap base coat, clear coat job similar to the one that you guys saw in the black Civic last week, that's a cheap paint job. Even those types of cheap base coat, clear coat paint jobs, they're getting $2,000 to do them. They're getting $2,000. So guys, even the days of going to Mako, I'll just go to Mako because they're cheaper. Guys, even those days are going. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to play with this sick freaking vacuum I got for the shop. So cool. I got it off Marketplace, commercial vacuum. I'm going to go play with this thing for a couple hours. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Stay tuned for the next budget paint job. I'm going to also start posting my mobile content. So this is mobile auto body and paint. I'm straight up in a parking lot, painting cars, painting bumpers, stuff like that. Stay tuned for that content. Like, subscribe, new videos every week.